Hey, happy Sunday, happy Ishtar. Ishtar, the celebration of sex and fertility, hence the eggs and all of that bunny stuff. So, how are you today? Me, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. As a matter of fact, I'm doing fabulous. It's another sunny day here on the canal. Unbelievable. We've had 2 days in a row with sunshine. Pretty good, huh? So, I'm excited because I am just getting more and more inspired by the day. I have a new superhero, and her name is Monica. And she's been making videos for a long time. I've just been reviewing some of her older ones and been learning about her and her husband. And I am just enamored by her exquisite beauty and presence and her wisdom and knowledge and shared experience and all of that. Gosh, you gotta discover this person, Monica Schutt, Schutt, and she also has another handle she uses, Changa, Changa, and she created a web page, a YouTube channel that's for urine therapy, and it's a private group, but wow, what an awesome group. They are awesome. I finally found my tribe, and I swear to God, I am so jazzed up these days that, hey, I'm here sharing my wine. I'm digging my wine. I've been digging the whole process. Each day I become more and more inspired at every level. I am so convinced that this is the only avenue to take anymore. For me, it's the magic, it's the cure-all, it's the concept, it's the consciousness. It's so creative and flowing and free. And that's the good news. It's free. Now you look at all the other modalities, all the other naturopathic health modalities, and they all cost money. You know, if you want to see some kind of shamanic person that's trained in these, exquisite ideas, and they're all exquisite. They're lovely. I think that all all healing efforts are wonderful outside of the allopathic, but that has its place, and it by no means you want to get rid of all that. I mean, I'm dealing with surgery here, so there's mechanical things that I appreciate, but on the other levels of healing, of actual healing, like I healed all my arthritis, and I'm just free with all this now. I'm totally about making the wine, drinking the wine, sharing the good news, doing all of the therapeutic methods I can do, including the hair and the bathing and all that. I want to be fully enmeshed. And what I think is most important is that, and I'm going to tell this to everybody anymore, because I think this is the most valid and important point, is to stop feeling shamed about urine, because it's been registered in our mindset, in our cultural beliefs, that it's something to be ashamed of, that it's something dirty and foul and disgusting and putrid and blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. That's incorrect information. And once you can get past that, once you can get your head wrapped around the idea that what it is your natural elixir, your totally free agent, it's a fountain of youth, guaranteed to help heal anything that you have in your diseased, illnessed body. Guaranteed. It's coming from, a we know. So, check the source. But I tell you what, there are many people out there that are true scientists about it. I don't claim to be a scientist. I'm just an experiential. I've had my experience. I totally cured my arthritis in 10 days. So I'm totally convinced. I'm totally in. And I am going to advocate this endlessly. to everyone, anyone who wants to know, anyone who wants to hear, anybody who even has a notion, you know. Now, month or, I don't know, maybe a month or more ago, I went ahead and I made myself business cards. You see that? And the business cards have me, yours truly, all in orange. Imagine that. And it just simply says, WEEDU SPEAKS, glows with the flow, Casey Caban, human being. And it has my Facebook and YouTube information, and that's it. So I give these out freely and gladly to anybody who's interested, and people are willing to learn. If and I find no hesitation in talking. I was just talking with this gentleman. I go for these walks in my neighborhood, and we've talked and stopped and talked a few times, and and he was telling me, you know, he'd never heard of it, you know, and so I gave him all the simple information straight up. You know, there's simple information to give that really puts it in alignment, you know, like that. It's our amniotic fluid, you know, where you are in your birth experience, all the 9 months you're living in urine, drinking urine, you know, it's all there. It's in our plasma. It's part of our blood. It goes through our perfect filtration system. It has stem cell energy in it for regenerating and recreating your body's needs. I mean, it is endless, the powerful properties involved in it. So once you understand these few things, they're easy to run down. They're real easy to share with people to give them an idea. So with that in mind, I take it another level. Yeah, I really do believe in the wine thing is awesome, you know, and like what Monica has introduced, which, you know, she's the first one that introduced it to me. I'm sure there's other people out there that have been doing it, but the aged urine and not being hesitant about internalizing aged as well as your current urine, because it's all good. It's all good. And it all has its own property. And I'm doing all of it. And so I've got 3 more gallons batched up in the wine processes. I've got a couple more gallons. I'm just going to start saving as much as I possibly can, you know, and I have a limited amount of space here. I live in a room. My person I live with, it's his home, and he's a dear friend. I'm grateful for him, but he has a real sensitive nose, and, you know, he appreciates what I'm doing, but he's not quite in, and yeah, you know, it's like, it still smells like urine and all that, but, you know, that's just temporary for me, because when I move to Sedona, I intend to create a complete environment that absolutely unconditionally that I can flourish in my pursuit of urine therapy and share it. Now, I want to really, I mean, I was, you know, saying it almost jokingly, but I'm serious about all of this. It is about getting people together, you know, and encouraging people to start not only consuming, but, you know, experimenting, you know, trying to make wine and see what that looks like, turning your water into wine, and then getting together with wine tasting parties. What a concept, because it takes down all the inhibitions. Once we get past the shaming, and once we get past all of this icky, you know, oh, pee, how disgusting. It's not disgusting. It's beautiful. It's the fountain of youth. It's our natural, beautiful Alexa, and you're just going to start glowing. You'll glow. And you can reverse your aging, and you can regenerate anything. It has stem cell property. So I'm convinced that at some point we're going to have a world peace now, you know, a whole festival where, you know, we just bring all these people together, you know, with all their stories and their experience and their wisdom, and bringing their pee, you know, and having a pee fest where nobody is in shame and everybody is excited and sharing. It is such a beautiful idea. It's such a beautiful, simple idea. And I am going to promote that idea. That is my intent. I am going to start. I think here's where it really gets deeper into this thought process is that not only can we share and share alike with our, compadres, people that are already in the know, but what I want to do, and I'm flat serious about this, what I want to do is start bringing this education to more and more bigger levels because, and this is the big reason, in our country and our culture, one of the only, world, first world countries, if you can call it that, that doesn't have universal health care. So there's a lot of people that are at risk and real effect of their illnesses and diseases and not being able to get cared for, not being able to get medications, not being able to afford medication. So this is a problem. This is a serious problem in our culture and other cultures and other places around the world. Plus, you also have food shortages, water shortages, or no water at all, water that's totally polluted. So these things become useless and incidentals. So if we can educate people to number one, heal themselves and learn that you can actually just loop and consume your own urine and totally go without food. You can totally go without water, and you'll totally be healing yourself all at the same time. Now, what a concept, eh? And I think that if I started charging for this information, maybe more people would listen. But because I give it away for free, people don't think that free is a good value. I don't know why. To me, free is a really good price to pay for knowledge and for healing. So that's what I want to tell you on this happy Ishtar, to celebrate life. It's all about love, all about forgiveness, all about caring and sharing and just, elevating ourselves. We got to love ourselves. And when you consume your own pee, believe me, you learn to love yourself. It takes on a completely different paradigm shift in your life when you do this. You start realizing how amazing you really are. You are amazing. You know that, don't you? If you don't know that, you need to learn that and accept that and talk to yourself. You have to look in the mirror, be able to look in your eyes and say, I love you. You're beautiful. I forgive you. Thank you. I'm in gratitude. Thank you for this blessed day, giving me one more day, to have one more thing to say, to share. This is such a great way to share. I love this. Yeah, I was telling a friend the other day, now I was a professional chef, and I started a career very early in my life. So this was a long career for me. And one of my longest standing dreams, and it was all based on when I was a kid growing up, there was only 2 cooking programs you could watch. One was The Galloping Gourmet with Graham Kerr, and the other one was Cooking with Julia Child. And they were both unique. They both drank wine, while they were cooking. They both had senses of humor and faux-pas. And so, I grew up with that, and being a young chef and being a garnager and all of these things that I had as what I considered skills, gifts, I wanted to produce a cooking program. Now, I dreamed of this forever. And the thing about producing a cooking program, it takes a lot of production. It takes some money, it takes equipment, it takes a crew, it takes a studio, it takes a lot of things. You have to have a lot of things to do that. So a number of years back, it was about maybe 10 years ago, I dreamed up this idea of cooking with cannabis. This whole idea of now, creating a cooking program with infusing food with cannabis and cannabis oils and all this stuff. And I thought, that's far out. That would be a great idea. And then I became a vegan. And so I thought, oh man, this is it. Vegan with cannabis infusion. What a great idea for a cooking program. But now I'm doing urine therapy. I don't even eat cooked food. I don't even need a kitchen. I just eat raw fruit, and so it's just funny, the evolution. And here I am producing like crazy and having a good time doing it. I'm producing these things without any expense, without having to have any real studio. I can just do this, and it's all for free. So I got myself out of my own way. Totally created something that I'm aligned with. Yeah, I mean, if somebody told me 3 months ago that I'd be talking about drinking my own pee and, trying to put together world peas festivals where people are making wine and sharing their wine and all of this, I would have thought, what are you talking about? Are you nuts? But here I am. And I'm only 11 weeks into this therapy, and I'm totally sold. I am way in. I am dedicated for life. I am going to share this knowledge and share it endlessly with anybody who cares to even listen for a minute. So if you've taken the time to listen to this, I thank you. I appreciate you. And all of these people, there's tons of people out there that are sharing these ideas. The YouTube's full of them. I'm just one of them, and I'm happy to share mine. But as I mentioned before, Monica, it's Monica, and it's SCHUTT, Shoot. I think is how it's pronounced, Shoot. I guess. And Dave, he goes by D Murphy 25, Andrew Norton Weber. I mean, these were people that I initially watched their videos, and that's how I learned and got inspired to start doing all of this myself and sharing my own videos. So I want to give kudos to all of them. Cheers, because of the great inspiration and incredible knowledge and dedication. And they've been doing all this for years. These guys are light years ahead of me. I'm just a babe in the woods. I've only been doing this 11 weeks, but I tell you what, I am jazzed, way big time jazzed, because it's such great news. It's just good news. Good news, folks. And it's all free. Comes right from the source, your own natural wet spot. All you have to do is do it. Just do it. Don't believe me. Try it for yourself. Won't kill you. That's for sure. So far from it. So, man, that's good. I really like this stuff. And I save it. The fact is, I right now I've been kind of saving it too, because like I said, my early impressions were of Julia Child, Graham Kerr, and I always thought it was cute how they drank their wine and did their cooking programs. So I'm kind of sharing my experience with my urine wine, and because I just find it appropriate and I have fun doing it. So there it is. So with all that being said, happy Ishtar. And may your life be full of love and forgiveness and happiness and charity and goodness and gratitude. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. So peace and love. Ooh, I can barely move my thumb here. You can see that. I can do it way better here. See how that works? Peace. But I can do this really good with this hand. I can do this. It comes in and like that. Then, boom. Like that. You've just been loved. I hope you get it. All right then. Bye-bye.